Hello and welcome. Oh boy, are we ready for more Daggerfall? Seems like I'm doing this now. I started a bit after I finished Hexen, and well, I may as well continue with it. I came up with an entire character for it, and I do enjoy playing Daggerfall, though I've never finished it. It amuses me. So yeah. Right, where were we up to? I think we had really just done the first few steps of the main quest. I'd gotten that out of the way so we can focus on our own jobs without being pestered by people sending us notes. So that can be on hold for the moment while we actually become competent. Our character is, well, Nasrin Jabiri, an escaped slave. The backstory of this character is that they were a Khajiit, just living their life as Khajiit do in Elsweyr, when they, and I suppose a bunch of other Khajiit, were captured by Dunmer slavers. And they were taken to Morrowind, where she worked under a house member there for the last 5 years, and eventually she got sick and tired of that, hid a knife about her person, stabbed her owner, inverted commas there, in the back, and made off with a bit which she could carry, and ran off to the nearest port to stow away on a ship. However, it turned out that this ship was actually the Emperor's barge, and she was rather promptly discovered and given the choice of either being tossed overboard or being a stowaway, or doing a job for the Emperor, which would end up making her, what's it called? He would end up forgiving her transgression, as it were, of trespassing on his barge. She chose the latter, and is now doing all this stuff in Daggerfall for the Emperor. She's got terrible luck, as you can see down there, 16 luck. That's not really going to affect things too much. It's more for flavor than anything else. It does mean that we'll miss a fair bit, though have we had much combat so far? I've killed a few rats, maybe a bat, and a mage. One quest we've done for the Mages Guild. So, there is that. We also have 30 endurance, and the rest of our stats are kind of alright. The next one's a personality at 50, strength at 50. Our speed is 75, and our intelligence and agility and willpower are all 80, 80 and 85, so it's kind of a side effect of having so low luck, because the way Daggerfall works is if you take points in the class creation out of something, which is not the points which your character actually has, they're the minimum stats required to take that class. If you take points out of something, you have to have points put into something else. So you've still got the same amount of points across all of your attributes. They're just distributed differently. If you have really low something, you have to distribute 50 points or whatever, 40 points in everything else. Everything else gets better. So I have thought a bit since last night that maybe I'd like to redo the character a bit, but I think we're going to stick with this. We've got Short Blade, Critical Strike, and Running as our primary skills. They're more just the skills which I would have any usage in, because previously she wouldn't have had any ability to use any weapons at all. Perhaps I shouldn't have put Short Sword as a primary skill. Maybe only as minor skills for all weapons. Lockpicking, hand-to-hand, and medical as major. Minor as Restoration, Destruction, Thaumaturgy, Alteration, Mercantile, and Etiquette. The point behind that is The character I wanted to be weak in melee and not a good fighter, but have the potential to be a mage later on if they apply themselves. That's why none of the mage skills are higher than a minor, because I haven't received any formal training in them. Though my restoration is 30, because you have to put points into things when you're generating a character, so. If we have a look at our history, we have our bonuses and weaknesses, or our advantages and disadvantages. I have a resistance to poison and to disease. I have acute hearing, rapid healing general, which means there's two of these. One of them is that you heal more hit points when you rest, and the other one I think is regeneration, which is you gain a small amount of hit points over time. Then I think we have the former, that we gain more hit points when we rest. Bonus to hit humanoid, and increase magery 3 times intelligence and spell points. Then we have adrenaline rush, which is when we're low on hit points, we actually gain a 2-hit bonus. And maybe some other bonuses as well. But we also have a phobia to undead, a phobia to Daedra, critical weakness to fire, frost, and shock. So if we come up against magic users, we're going to be taking more damage, and undead and Daedra are going to be hitting us more often, and they're going to be very difficult for us to deal with. So, yes. Anyway. We just joined the Mages Guild, and I believe I had just come back from doing a quest for them. I was in front of the quest giver here. The quest we did was go find this mage in town and kill them, and we did that. I read that up, and that quest is apparently quite a lengthy one if you side with that mage. It comes back several times, but I suppose right now, we may as well do another quest for the Mages Guild. Come on, quest me. The Mages Guild cannot survive if we do not enforce our own rules, harsh as they may seem. Oh, I didn't get my reward. I made this holy water myself, as a token of my appreciation for your service to the Mages Guild. Thanks. How do you make your own holy water? You're not a priest, are you? Oh, it's actually a, enchanted holy water. Oh, I still have to identify it myself. Thanks. Sorry, I still have a bit of a cough. But thanks a lot. Oh, here's this holy water. It's magical, you know. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Why don't you use our fine identification service? It won't only cost you about, maybe only 120 gold or something. It's like, yeah, I only have like 139. Whatever. Get quest. Well, I'm a bit of a fluster right now, Apprentice. Why must deities be so unreasonable? Say, you wouldn't mind getting on the darker side of a god or two, would you? For me? No. No, I don't think so. Afraid of being turned to a crisp? Only logical, but I'm still more than a bit disappointed, Nasrin. Hello, Nasrin Jabiri. Good to see you again. The guild needs your help, my friend. Have you ever heard of the necromancers? They are a powerful band of mages with black magic powers. I kind of wish you could play as a necromancer in this, but there's no summon creature spells in Daggerfall. Maybe Daggerfall Unity could do that. That would be fun, summoning, like, bears and so on. It appears that they have decided that Phrygius is a good place to take over. They're building up an army in a place called Theodastia Laboratory. We need someone to stop this. Can you go there and shut down their little operation? Necromancers, they have something to do with the undead. No, I'm scared of undead. Maybe things start getting chaotic. Will change your mind. It's going to be your fault if they take all over the place. Everyone else is incompetent, more so than you are. Yeah, okay. No. Yes, if the Eternal Azimuthal vectors really do cross at the anterior pole, it should be possible. Oh, Apprentice, I did see you standing there. But how fortuitous. I need someone to help me with my research. Are you available? I suppose. Splendid. You see, I'm working on a particularly thorny problem with theoretical applied magica, and I need a particular magic holy candle made by Gondiweir Hearthton himself. My report's a masterful little piece of work, but according to my research, impossible. The eternal azimuth vectors are such that I cannot reconcile the externally manifested lateral flow lines. Well, having a piece of study will help me immeasurably, but I have not had much luck tracking it down. The only reference I've come across mentioned a catalogue once held by the library at Oh yes. Nowadays it's known as Tower Ashley. Ashley. You might also try a colleague of mine, Andard Ashley. He is an expert on Gondiweir Hearthstone, wrote the definitive biography, although in my opinion, no time to get into that old debate. You'll find Andard Ashley in a dank hole called the Stronghold of Kingheart. I don't see how we can abide working in such places. Yes, come back and see me and say 48 days and report your findings. Yes, splendid. You said splendid twice there, and that's an awfully long-winded way to say go here, get this, or talk to this guy. Ages! Spend so much of their time talking. Not enough time doing! No. This way. Yes. Okay, well we do have a quest now. I don't know much about the quests, but... dungeon... Now I'll put quest start. Quest start. I have not played much Daggerfall, therefore I do not have a good idea of what quests actually are just from the dialogue. However, I do recognize this quest. And we have a choice here. We can either go to Tower Ashley, or we could go to the Stronghold of Kingheart. We have two leads to follow. We need to find this enchanted holy candle, or whatever it is. And we have two leads. Either we can go directly to the dungeon and pick up the candle, or we can go to another dungeon, talk to a guy there who, I suppose the potential is that he will lead you to where the candle actually is. But in the playthrough I saw, he actually just tells you to go to the dungeon you were told to go to in the first place. So... it's a bit, which one was which? Let me just check. Log. I should either look in Tower Ashley for an old catalogue, or visit Andard Ashley, an expert. Oh, okay, so he wants a candle, but the candle isn't actually in Tower Ashley. It's actually, we actually either find a catalogue or talk to a guy. Either one is difficult enough. Let's go to Tower Ashley because it's closer. Yes, there we go. And we'll go there, and we'll go recklessly, and it will take 1 day. If it was Unity and I had a horse, I would probably just run there. That's fun. Ooh. Here's the ruins. Now I wonder what type of dungeon this is. Did it say... There's actually messages which pop up, like, you know, you see large footprints in the ground and all that. And I read on the UESP wiki, which is a very good source if you're wanting to play Daggerfall, that those messages actually tell you what type of dungeon it is, or rather, what creatures will be inhabiting the dungeon. So yes, let us go in here. And no, I do not have a recall spell, so we'll be hoofing it back. I'm not a mage yet. Right, let's have a look. Okay, can do this. Make it blink. Does that stay blinking? It does. Okay, interesting. Well, I can use that to mark where the entrance is. And let us continue. Does it stay blinking all the time? Well, it seems so. So you can mark specific sections that way. Hello? Orcs! Go away! Leave me alone! Maybe we'll see my character's terrible combat skills. Orc Sergeant. Well, not that bad, actually. Ow. Here we're seeing terrible combat skills. Ow. Come on, hit the little bugger. Must have gotten lucky with that orc. There we go. And I probably got poisoned or diseased from all those hits. Oh, I am resistant to disease. Ooh. A steel short sword. We'll equip that, and we'll unequip this Iron longsword. No! Equip that. We'll get these 10 gold. We'll get that. We'll get that. What's that helmet? That is a +3 helmet. +1 helmet! Equip it! I look like I'm right. I look like a pillock. Anyway. What do we got? Yes, we've got our steel short sword. Yes. You'll see here, I actually have short blade, but I just picked up a short blade. Usually, I think the game gives you items based on what your highest, like, weapon skill is. However, the game decided to start me off with an iron longsword for some reason. Oh, hello. Welcome! We're playing Daggerfall. It's always enjoyable to have people joining me. Ooh, a steel katana. Well, we'll take that for sale. And we'll check this. Another steel longsword. Lovely. And some boots. Okay. I need to make money, so... That do anything? Nope. Sometimes when you use objects, they make funny noises. I did find, like, a skull or something once, and it just kept making wailing noises whenever I used it. And that's wailing as in W-A-I-L-I-N-G, not W-H-A-L-I-N-G. Not a first playthrough then. I planned to play through the entire game for the first time. I have muddled around in Daggerfall before, and I've watched quite a lot of playthroughs of Daggerfall. So, I am not... No, it's not really a blind playthrough. But... if I play through the entire thing, that will be the first time I've done so. Right. Go this way. Okay. 2 doors opened. I know you opened one. I hear orc. Yes. Hello, orc. Ah, leave me alone. No! Ah! Ah! Come on. Ah. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Steel saber, chain boots. Are they better than mine? +3, +1. Yes, equip them. Take the gold. Take that. Chain shirt's better than what I'm wearing, I think. Yes, +3. I cannot carry any more stuff. Get rid of the... that, and that. And that. There we go. Right. That's all the stuff I just dropped. Yep. Oh, there's another helmet. +3 helm. Well, we'll take that. I think that's a chain helm. To really have a go at trying to install Daggerfall now, it's Unity-fied. Pardon the coughing. If you find Daggerfall on the UESP wiki, or I believe on the Bethesda website, I think you just have to extract it from the RAR file, or the zip file, and it's already set up. Though the Unity does make it a bit easier to access. Also, it fixes some bugs. But I'm playing with the base Daggerfall because I kind of want to experience the bugs. Unity's nice. Oh, Linux exclusive. Okay. Fair enough. I cannot help you there. Oh, it's a portal dungeon, is it? Go down here. Hey, it's a giant! Unity might help us as multi-platform, in principle, yes. Hello? I hear humming. Looked up some tutorials, but haven't properly looked into it yet. Yeah, the Unity is, pretty easy to get running, I believe. I don't know whether you have to... I think... No, because Daggerfall is a free game, I think it comes with all the files you need, so you don't have to link it up to a previous installation or anything like that. And there's some mods. There's mods to customize your gameplay if you wish. Hey, Giant! I I was friends with the giants in my history. I think my giantish is a bit higher than everything else. Yeah, it is. 6. Okay. So, whoopee. Thought this stream might help me decide whether or not it's worthwhile to have a go at finally playing Daggerfall. Well, I hope I leave a good impression with the game. It is fun, for its scope. Get away. No! Giant, don't club me. Also, Unity has a better, in-game map. No! No! No, no, no! Get off the table! Pardon me. 50 gold. A steel mace. A steel short sword. I can dual-wield steel short swords. Not really. He made om-nom-nomming sounds when dying. Mmm. The noises giants make are very amusing. We'll do a save in here. Quest start. Go Nasrin dungeon. I'm amazed that the table didn't break underneath the giant. He's really big, but he's just not that heavy. No? Okay, nothing. I need to rest. There are enemies nearby. No rest for me. Squeak, squeak. Oh, I see a hole in the terrain. What I've been told about Daggerfall is it's mechanically quite deep and interesting, which is very attractive. There is a fair bit to the game. Character creation is quite in-depth. You can see my character here. We have our primary skills, major skills, then minor skills, and then everything else. We also have our advantages and disadvantages, such as resistance to poison, resistance to disease, acute hearing, which means I can hear creatures from further away, rapid healing, which means I heal more hit points when I rest, bonus to hit humanoids, increase mage rate 3 times in spell points, which is something in other Elder Scrolls games, kind of. It tends to be attached to the birth sign you're under, like, you know, you're born under the mage or whatever, and it's like you have more Magicka points. Adrenaline rush, I get a chance to hit, I think, when I'm low on health. But then I also have disadvantages, which are phobia to undead, phobia to Daedra, which means it's harder to hit both of them, and they have an easier time hitting me. And then I have critical weakness to fire, frost, and shock. And you have your pre-generated history, which for this character is different from that. The idea behind this character is that I was a Khajiit living in Elsweyr, and then I was captured by Dark Elves, and they took me to Morrowind, where I was a slave for 5 years, and then I managed to kill my enslaver and stow away on a ship. It turned out to be the Emperor's ship, and he gave me a choice of either doing this in Daggerfall or getting tossed overboard, so played Morrowind to death and adored it. Played Oblivion quite a bit and liked it quite a bit less. Played Skyrim only a bit and have a like-hate relationship with that one. Each game became less of what I wanted and more of what I did not want. I enjoy Morrowind a lot. That was the first one I played. I actually bought it. Ooh, is that what I need to find? As an alternative for, I bought it in 2004 because my friends were playing World of Warcraft, and I was like, that's good, but my internet's crappy and I can't pay per month, so I bought Morrowind instead. I played it, was overwhelmed by it, and didn't play it for a month. Then I started playing it again after that when I built up some... what's it called? Resistance to being presented with a world and expected to do whatever I want in it. So... I did play World of Warcraft later, though. But I haven't played it recently. Bear! No! Don't kill me, bear. Thank you. I think out of all of them, I probably like Oblivion the least. It's because they went, in my mind, they went too heavy with the leveling system. All the creatures are leveled. All the NPCs are leveled. Quest rewards are leveled. Which they did in Skyrim as well, but to a lesser extent. And I actually like Skyrim a bit more than Oblivion. Because I think it gets back some of that stuff from Morrowind. But Oblivion kind of lacks. But at the same time, Skyrim doesn't have the whole stat point system, which is kind of frustrating. It's streamlining it, but every character can do everything, and you know, it's fun not being able to do things. Okay, wow, a fair college try of 8 hours after repeatedly battering over years and having to say I've never wasted a second on it ever again. I do enjoy, like, just putzing around in it for a few hours, doing whatever. Now, where was the exit? Though, mostly, when I do that now, it's sort of just on the free up to level 20 thing they have. My higher level character is, sitting forlornly deactivated somewhere. Well, not deactivated, you know, not paid for. I felt less able to roleplay in Skyrim compared to Oblivion. The game forced me down more paths that didn't fit my character or backstory, which is a surefire way to make me hate an RPG. Yeah. There is a fair amount of that in Skyrim. I think I liked Skyrim more than Oblivion, mostly because I think culturally it's more interesting. What impressed me about Morrowind was Morrowind was the land of the Dunbar. It was something you came across all the time. In the buildings, in items around their houses, in how they reacted to you, in the cities you went to, and everything. You go into the temple and you see the ash pits there and all that. Oblivion, to me, really didn't do much in the culture of the Imperials. It was just sort of, it's a fantasy city. And I feel Skyrim did more in that regard. Because it was like, you know, the culturally of the Nords having to live in their house, in their villages, and you have like the older cities built in the ruins of the older places and all that. Right, we actually got this. Let's have a look. Use. Item number 476ALCX8. Type, Holy Candle. Creator, Gondiweir Hearthton of Crosshire. Description, this holy candle is one of Gondiweir Hearthton's lesser works, ranking below his famous Wand of Verbosity in craftsmanship, not even close to a masterpiece of sheer audacity like his Scissors of Styling. Still, this holy candle shows Gondiweir Hearthton's distinctive style in the many small touches he puts on all his work. The embossed brass fittings with his signature stamp, the unusual choice of an enamelled finish, and especially the mellow amber sparking along its exterior flow lines on a candle, on loan from Castle Mastersmith. Okay, so apparently it's in Dungeon Castle Mastersmith. Skyrim is amazing as a walk around the wilderness ranger simulator if you mod it appropriately. Most of the time in Skyrim I spent with a load of hardcore survival mods just trying to stay alive in the wilderness and trying to avoid literally any human contact. It is fun to run around in it. And I always feel like I haven't seen everything in it, even after I've played for quite a few hours. Also it's got werewolves, and Oblivion doesn't. And vampires. They're done well in it. Especially with mods. The thing that irks me about it though is oftentimes you go into a city and then you'll be bombarded by people coming up to you. It's like, hey, I've got a job for you to do. You should come and talk to me, stranger. I'm sure I have things that will interest you. Or that frigging guy in Riften where it's like, you didn't earn a bit of that gold you're carrying there, did you? Or, you know, you haven't done a day's honest work in your life, have you? And it's like, there's no bar for entry to any of the guilds, which I dislike. You could be a fighter and you could get into the mages guild, and it's like, I don't know any magic, and they're like, oh well, here you can buy the spell book. And they're supposed to be really exclusive in Skyrim, especially because they dislike, you know, Nords dislike the mages, but you don't see that represented. Apparently, I think there is a bar for entry, but in the game it's so low that any character you make can get in. Something like that. I don't know. I know they're making Elder Scrolls 6. Since I haven't really mentioned anything about it, I'm kind of ambivalent towards it. I hope it will be enjoyable. But I feel perhaps that their success has sort of been their undoing in some ways. Though I did like Fallout 4. Again, just for like running around in. I didn't finish it, the storyline that is. Right, we have to go over here. Let's stop at inns. Or travel recklessly and stay at inns. I thought that would heal me. Okay. Well. Ooh. Quite a ruin. I like these. This is something Unity does a better job of showing off, I think, because you have because the draw distance is greater, you would be able to see these in the distance. Supposedly, I've run around a bit in Unity, but haven't really come across them in the wilderness. It's still quite big, so it's like stumbling across a needle in a haystack. Oh. I was woken up by a rat. Get out of here, ratty. No! That's like 6 years after Tier 6 comes out, I'll pick it up for an insanely low amount on sale or something. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Never played Fallout 4 either. Wasn't that fond of 3, so same thing applies. Fallout 3, yeah, it's, fun for the, what? Fallout New Vegas is more enjoyable. It's because it's made by people who did more the role-playing aspect to it in Fallout 3. I think the DLC for Fallout 3 is better than the main game. The, what's it called? Point Lookout, is it? Is, quite enjoyable. Because it's got more character to it. Fallout New Vegas is fun because of all the personality everywhere, and the characters, and the plot and all that. Though, they're kind of buggy and unstable. Jeez, that orc nearly killed me in one hit. Or did I not rest fully? So, oftentimes while I was playing them, they keep crashing. That's most unfortunate. And that's not really with any bugs either. Ah, well. That's not really with any bugs. That's not with any mods either, I meant to say, not bugs. Yes, I play it without bugs. You know, playing with bugs is a choice. Most people make the wrong choice and choose to play it with bugs. One of my favorite streamers is currently doing a New Vegas stream series, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. Yeah, New Vegas is enjoyable. It's... I don't know. Have I finished it? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I played it, and the first time I played through it, I sided with Caesar's Legion. Because I was like, oh, you people, you all want security. I'll give you security. You can all... I smell orcs. Definitely orcs. Attempt to venture into garden with a laptop. Yep, okay. Anyway, here's a bat. Kill the bat. Damn it, everything keeps interrupting my sleep. I need like a tent or something. Oh, I killed him. Where'd he go? Thought I only hit him once and his corpse just swooped out of the land. I'm gonna try and climb up on top of that tower. See if there's anything up there. More enemies nearby. Is this attached to my luck? Okay, goodbye, bat. They're all just phasing through the terrain. Another bat! Is there a rat there too? No. Okay, fine. I'll be able to heal fully at one point. Thank you. Right. Nasrin Dungeon 2. Let's have a look up here. Come on. Climb up. In a moment, I'll be able to find a foothold. Come on. Nope. You don't feel like climbing? Okay. Fine. Can I climb over here? What is this? Vibrate against the walls. Ah, there we go. Am I going to be able to get all the way up to the top without falling? What's that rock made out of? It's got like blue and red bits in it. No! Ah! Oops. Well, I'm not dead. I am stuck, however. Oh, there's another entrance to the dungeon there. We'll just reload that. Ah, I'm messing around. Right, so we actually do have a choice of entrances here. We have that door there. We have this door over here. And there might be another door in one of these. It means nothing. In Daggerfall, all entrances lead to the same place in the dungeon. Oh yes. If we go into that one, it will lead to the same place. Kind of a missed opportunity, I think. But you'll see here, we're actually right at the same spot. There we go. Right. Now, yes, there's water down there. All the creatures will have respawned as well. Hello, orc. Leave me alone. I wonder, do orcs count as humanoids or do they count as animals? I'd suspect humanoids. Yeah, there we go. Orc sergeant. 10 gold. Steel warhammer. Steel cuirass. Ooh, neat. I cannot carry anymore. What the helmet? I want that cuirass. There we go. What's this? White iron right pauldron. Take off that. And equip that. There we go. We're actually kind of looking a bit badass. I like these pauldrons on these arm braces, the high ones. They look rather neat. Only our helmet looks dorky. Terrible! Fashion is important when it comes to wearing items. Oh, hello rat. Leave me alone. No! There we go. Right, where did I come from with you? Up that way. Right, maybe with all this stuff I'll be able to afford a wagon. I kind of hope my abysmally low luck ends up with... You're what? Okay. I want the thinnest brick wall you have. I kind of hope my abysmally low luck will end up with spawns being rather cruel. Hello, orc. I'm not missing as much as I thought I would be. Thought it would make combat basically impossible. Ow! Oh, Careful, don't back into that wall. I'll be backing up and then I teleport. Chain boots, iron greaves, chain greaves. Iron greaves cost have the same armor, and they weigh the same. Sure. Remove the chain greaves and equip the iron greaves. The iron greaves look more solid. Oh, we got a helmet here. 3 helmet. Sure, we'll wear that one. That one looks a bit better. Is that actually... Yeah, sure, that's a chain helmet. I think this is an iron helmet. Steel claymore. That'd be nice to have. And I can actually carry it. What's my encumbrance? 75. Ugh. Pardon for the coughing. Save. Save on this one. Right, we're looking for the candle in here. We're on a quest for the Mages Guild. Some guy. Like, splendid! I need a splendid holy candle. Splendid. Could you go splendid? Get it for me, splendid. I'm like, you say splendid a lot. Yep, that's a teleporter. Ah! Oh, jeez. Oh, I think that was just the orc opening the door. Creatures have like a aura of opening around them. Whenever they get close to something which can open, they will open it. Okay, nothing on you. Old. A book. Special Flora of Tamriel by Hardin. Worth 450 thing. Right. Well. Get rid of you. We'll remove you. Get those ingredients. Let's have a look at this book. Special Flora of Tamriel. Poppies, both black and white, can be found growing wild in the mountains of Hammerfell. Their succulent pods are often the only nourishment of adventurers who find themselves in the wilderness without rations. It is said that the black and white poppies together have magical properties. When they are crushed and mixed with the milk of the agile-footed mountain goat, a potion that allows the user to glide safely above the ground can be made. What is it I like about this game? The character creation is quite good. It is fun to stumble around dungeons, as long as it doesn't go on for too long. The size of the world is pretty impressive too. Also, welcome. Which is easier to navigate in Unity because you have a larger draw distance, so you can actually say, I'm going to go to that village and see the village coming towards you, instead of stumbling around in the wilderness. Or like 5 minutes getting somewhere. I don't know. It's got a lot of potential. It doesn't reach all of it, but it is sort of fun to explore the world and see what they were planning. What they achieved and what they didn't. Fire fern, a perennial herb native to Morrowind. The flowers are inconspicuous and often hidden. I believe you can actually find fire ferns in Morrowind, the game. So, lava pits and streams found around Daggerfall. Yes. That's always a bit confusing. The volcano in Morrowind, or Vardenfell, is called Red Mountain, but it's also called Daggerfall sometimes. I think it might have been originally called Daggerfall, and then they realized that's a good name for the main villain, and they call it Red Mountain. Dominica Red Wart, Ironwood Nut, Ginkgo leaves, some Nallius fern, arrowroot, nightshade, and yeah, herbs. Such a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god! How could you kill a god? I'm such a grand and intoxicating innocence. How could you be so naive? There is no hope. No mark or recall will work here. Lay down your weapons. It is not too late for my mercy. I haven't even finished Morrowind too often. I blame the song. So glad that landed. Ugh. Pardon me. I'm getting over a bit of a cold. Yes, I haven't finished Morrowind too many times. I would like to do a playthrough of Morrowind. I do enjoy that game. The major hurdle is that it's so slow to walk around, especially if you want to be a heavy armor wearer. Like, yes, I want to wear heavy armor. Let me just drag myself from Cedarneen all the way to Belmora. I'll be there in like 2 weeks. Oh, okay, you can just use that portal. I just phased through the bookshelf there. Ow. But I blame Akachi's song on YouTube for knowing the entire... knowing his spiel there. He's such a charming individual, Daggerfall. He really cares for his followers. He cares enough to be able to turn them into brain-dead mutant zombies. Oh, it's a +4 helm. There we go. A permanent state of cold and flu, and typically sniffy on stream. I feel it's unprofessional to cough, and I would turn off my microphone, but the mute button isn't really responsive, so I can't really turn it off fast enough. And I can sympathize. I went through a lot of high school with terrible hay fever, so it thankfully has dissipated as I gotten older, but it was most unpleasant. Come on, Orc Sergeant. Why are we fighting Orc Sergeants? I'm only like level 2. I mean, I'm not having too much of a problem. They'll probably kill me in 2 hits, but... go away! Grunt, 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 grunt. Well, at least we're getting gold. They're just dropping junk, for the most part. Yeah, I'm glad too. I didn't really notice it at first either. It was just like, oh wait, I haven't been red-eyed, itchy-faced, and runny-nosed for a while. Anyway, twas terrible, but I'm glad it's over. It still gets irritating though sometimes. Mostly because of dust. Anyway. What are we doing? We're looking through this dungeon for a holy magical candle. Some mage priest wants us, mage guy wants us to find it. So we're like, yes, of course I want to do that, because all the other quests involve undead and possibly Daedra. And I'd rather not have to deal with those. I feel like we've been here before. Ah, portals. You do anything? Nope. That's the sound of orcs, isn't it? Yes, it's not the sound of, like, werewolves. Buh. Okay. Oh, hello. I see ya. Come, taste the bite of my blade. Ah! Ah! Leave me alone. At least I can go through the portal if you overwhelm me. I am quite fast as a character too. I was planning on just running away from everything, but you have to sort of, I don't know, Khajiit up and face your fears. Ooh, an elven tanto. That's a short blade. I'll equip that. My character is skilled with short blades. +1 helm, an iron saber, and some leather boots. Right, what's my switch? There we go. Yeah, you can tell the elven one because it's slightly more silver than the steel one. Hello, bony man. You don't say anything? Okay, what about you? Oh. Oh. Missing someone else in chat. It seems to have responded to them, but they don't show up in chat to me. I don't see any messages. There might have been a message. I wasn't paying attention, sorry. If there is anyone else here, welcome! We're playing Daggerfall and stumbling around in dungeons, which is like 90% of Daggerfall. So you're seeing the meat of the game here. And it's enjoyable in its own way. Well, that's an exciting room. I'm personally kind of intrigued to look around dungeons because I recently did a video analysing a dungeon which I'd seen by another streamer do. A streamer I quite enjoy watching, or YouTuber streamer which I quite enjoy watching, called Grimmeth, who does a lot of plays of Daggerfall. I do recommend him. But he was in a dungeon recently, and it was actually broken. You couldn't get to most of the dungeon from the entrance. So I had a look around on it myself. Then, yes, and it turned out that the dungeon was broken. It was, like, 3/4 of it was inaccessible. And the only way you could get there was by, cheating. So, if you get that dungeon, you'd just be tough luck, and you can't find the items if they're spawned in that section. Oh, I asked myself, what am I doing, and then proceed to answer, which sounded like reading chat, but must have just been commenting. Sometimes I'll ask myself questions, just to sort of order my thoughts. Sorry for any confusion. I hear orcs. I kind of miss being able to play as an orc. I'm glad they made into a race in Morrowind. It's like its own story of a race being, I don't know, rather successful for themselves across the games. What type of room? Oh, there's a lever in here. Okay. I wonder what that did. But yeah, in Daggerfall, the orcs are just seen as monsters, but they do have a capital in Orsinium, which they've taken a chunk of territory for themselves and said, we own this now. Any of you strong enough to take it from us, you can. And everyone's just like, no, just go away. Like, too bad. But I think in the process of getting recognized like that, the orcs actually lost the favor of their own god, called... their god was the Daedric Prince Melakath, I think? Or was it Boethia? One of them. It was the Daedric Prince of the Downtrodden, and by getting recognized, they're no longer technically downtrodden, so they lost favor with him. Downtrodden and ostracized. Oh, I died! No! Load. Colorful sky. I think that's the most recent one. I didn't save for a bit. Ah, well. We didn't lose many items. Oh, I lost my elven tanto. Ow. I got too confident. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Oh, hello, orc. I'm hitting these surprisingly well. I suppose that maybe it's my bonus to hit against, humanoid. I didn't think that would be that big, considering of my massive penalty from my extremely low, luck. Steel katana. Fine. Yeah. Ooh. Gold pieces. What's this? Oil? Yeah, it's just oil. I thought it was maybe a potion. That's something Unity does better also. The potions in Unity have different appearances. I will be trying to do some potion making in this run. Requires ingredients and recipes. But you can make your own potions, like healing potions and all that. Ow! He locked me head off. That's more like what I expected this to be like. Dying to everything I come across. Sorry. There we go. I'm hitting him. Really quite often. Okay. Got anything different now? No. Okay. Get the gold. Oh, I don't have my oil. Got white poppy. I actually wonder, because it said you need a black poppy, white poppy, and what did it say? Milk from mountain goat to be able to make a potion of agility or something like that. I wonder if that actually applies for this game. Did Arena have potion making in it? I'd like to do a thing of Arena as well. Fleet hooved mountain goat, I think. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember. I've played a bit of Arena. I went through some of the dungeons. The dungeons in that are quite fun because it's all based on a grid, and you can and they're actually like laid out thematically. So you have like an ice dungeon and a lava dungeon and all that. Also, you have the destroy wall spell, which allows you to completely destroy a like square of the dungeon. So you're like, I don't want to bother have to find a key or having to go through this picklock this door or something. I'm just going to destroy the map and go through that hole I make. Hello. No! Ow. I suppose I'm having easy time with these, but as soon as mages come across, I'm going to be massive trouble. Oh, +4 helm. Yep, sure. Equip. Cannot carry any more stuff. Get rid of my helm. And I'll equip that. Ugh. Looks alright. I want to drop anything. How heavy is that? Steel Daikatana is only 4.25. A steel saber is heavier than the Daikatana. That's odd. Steel longsword weighs more than the Daikatana too. I mean, a longsword, technically a longsword was actually more like a two-handed sword rather than just the one-handed sword you always see in adventure games. I think they were called also the hand and a half sword. I forget. Anyway. I learned so much about medieval weaponry, especially if you play games based on Dungeons and Dragons, like like AD&D and all that, because the makers of D&D, Gary Gygax and all that, made sure to have a huge selection of weapons. But they're like, okay, why would I need an arming sword? What's the difference between an arming sword and a long sword? Why would I need a what's it called? Ronda? Something like that. Or a, what's it called? A billhook? All these different types of weapons. That's something else. Possibly I could do as a stream. I have all these gold box CRPG games. They're just unforgiving. And if you die, you have to reload the game. So, not like restart the game, but you have to like, it's like, you died. Well done. And it kicks you out to DOS, I think. So you have to restart the game and reload. I like the variety though. That's something which I think the later RPGs like Oblivion and Skyrim forgot about, or reasoned away as streamlining. Having variety is a way for the character to express their character. It gives you options. It doesn't mean needless complexity. You know, if you make a character who wants to wield a spear, you can in Morrowind, because there's spears. Even if they're not necessarily that good of a weapon. The choice is there. That's something Morrowind has for it. You have a lot more weapons in it than Daggerfall even. You have spears, halberds, staves. You have staves in Daggerfall though. That would be fun, to make a character which uses blunt weapons all the time and you stick to a staff. Like a monk or something. Sheogora's spear, arise! Is it Sheogora's spear or is it a Vivek's? What was his spear called? Muatha, I think it was called. That's also something I'd want to do if I go through Morrowind. Pacifist playthroughs of Morrowind are a breeze. A blast, not a breeze. They're a breeze if you do alchemy. That's fun. It's fun to break the games. Skyrim and Oblivion are a bit too handholdy in that regard. They're like, no, we don't want you to break the game. We're not going to let you do things like that. And you're just like, but I want to break it. If I get, like, potions of fortified intelligence, I want to be able to make my character's brain so big it, like, bursts out of your skull. Right. Okay, focus. I'm going around and around in circles here. Go through here. There we go. Hello, orc. I'll just say. It's fun when the mechanics work, but with a little bit of effort, you can break them. Because it's like, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like a reward. You played through the game, and now it's just like, what have you got else to do in the game? Well, let's see how far we can break things. I kind of wonder whether I can do that in Daggerfall through like fortify stat items or something like that, and I can get like really high strength. You can solve problems super creatively in 100 ways the developer never envisioned. Yeah. Another thing I liked about Morrowind was the levitate spell, and being able to use it in dungeons and find hidden items on ledges. And it's like, there was no need for there to be something up there, but there is, and the developers put something up there, just in case I use levitate to get up there. It's like, hey, I'm rewarded for my exploration. Skyrim had a little bit of that, I think, but the rewards didn't tend to be very good. Oblivion! This is why I didn't like Oblivion, because everything was leveled to a stupid degree. And if you try and, like, get powerful items early on, if they're available to you at all, they will be leveled. So they'll be probably, at level 1, they'll be, like, no better than a comparative iron armor or whatever. I've said this in one of my other streams, but there's a character in Oblivion, Umbra, who wields the sword Umbra, and she's decked out in a full suit of ebony armor. You can find her right near the beginning of the game. Pardon me. And she's quite difficult to kill early on. And if you manage to beat her down using a level 1 character, which is quite difficult, your reward is a suit of ebony armor. But it's not actually ebony armor. It's leveled ebony armor. So at level 1, it's basically iron armor. Which is terrible. Because it's like, oh, here's your reward. It's not going to be powerful, even though it looks like ebony armor. The poor door ever do to me? It was locked. Hang on, I actually think I have lockpick as one of my skills, don't I? Yeah, I do. Lockpicking. I should actually be picking locks and not smashing them open with my tanto. Ow! Sword! Ah! Right. I'll try and stop smashing doors open with my sword. And I'll instead try and caress them open with a lockpick. I think you can only do that once though. So if it resists my attempts, I'll have to smack it open. Is that iron or is that steel? It looks like steel. Steel greaves! There we go. Steel helm. This one matches my armor better though, but it's a pointy helmet. Whatever. Exploring in Oblivion is much more straightforward. When you go off an idiotic levitating spree in Morrowind, you're getting more out of your way thinking out of the box compared to looking around a corner somewhere that isn't super obvious. More verticality makes it more interesting. It means more players will miss it because it won't occur to them to try. It's something Skyrim lacks over Oblivion. Oblivion does have a bit more out of the way than Skyrim does. Skyrim is very linear, a lot of the dungeons. There's really not that much hidden out of the way. Also, something I dislike in both Oblivion and Skyrim, if you play as a thief, and you're trying to break into a nobleman's house, your reward is like topaz, and maybe like 10 gold pieces in a jewelry box. There's like no silverware anywhere. There's no valuables sitting on a shelf like in Morrowind. You can't make off with like 4 bottles of high quality vintage brandy. It's just not in Oblivion and Skyrim, so thieving is a lot less palatable as it is in Morrowind. Because there's no real reward for it. Anyway. I think, oh, the noblemen will have good stuff in their house. Kind of, not really. Skyrim is a bit better than Oblivion in that. At least houses aren't full up with calipers. Oh, hello. I just, like, appear right behind you. Could I telefrag you? Ooh. Elven Daikatana. Well, I'll pick that up. That's valuable. But I won't use it because it's a longsword. What's this? +1. +1. Okay. I'll save after that. That's kind of a good find. Wanna come see my epic caliper collection? I'm sure Sheogorath would be all over it. Especially if they smell like cheese. Or were made of cheese. There we go. Oh! Okay. That was just a little bit of a bug. The void speaks. And it voices its displeasure. How much does my character's inventory fill? 71 out of 75. You're gonna get tough by doing this. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a good night. Your daggers, your longsword, and that. And we'll save. Come on. There's another orc there. Ow! Oh, there's another orc in the corner. There's like 3 orcs in that room. Ow! Don't hit me. 4 gold pieces. Nothing else. Wow. Are you? You're hostile. Are you? You're just standing there. I see an orc. Hello. Can I, like, talk to you? Yeah, I see an orc. Dialogue mode. Hello, orc. How are you? We can see one of the odd things in Daggerfall. For some reason, when I try to talk to this guy, you can hear that ghostly moan and the bird crowing. For some reason, that sound is attached to him. Or attached to it. Attached to them. Push. Well, you're not attacking me. So, I don't think I'll bother attacking you. Unless you come up... No, he's just turning to face me. Are you stuck? If you're stuck, I'd suspect you would attack me if I was right next to you. Groove. What's this? Recipe for potion of heal true. Elixir vitae. Red berries. Pine branch and unicorn horn. Lovely. Holy water. Not an enchanted holy water. Like that mage made for me. Green berries. Berries specifically which are green? Does that just mean that they're like unripe? Red poppy, pine branch. Can't carry any more stuff. Get rid of that. Pick up that. Because I want the alchemical ingredients. Is he actually an enemy? There's enemies nearby. Apparently he does. Count as an enemy. Ah. Ha hey! My lockpicking is incredible. Nothing? Okay. Oh, that's that hallway. Okay. Nothing in there. Well, let's go up. Where am I actually on the map? Let's have a look. Zoom out. Oh yeah, that doesn't really help in this, does it? I clicked on the entrance, so it should be flickering somewhere. Oh, I'm actually on top of the entrance, apparently, according to the map. I think the exit's there. Oh, I don't think I clicked on the entrance in this reality. Okay. Right. Okay, a bit of explanation for the map. For the most part, the map is a noodle mess. It's not too bad at the moment because this dungeon seems to be a lot of disconnected sections. So it's not actually being terribly bad to navigate. This little bit up here. Don't disregard this. At the moment, you just see a bunch of yellow squares with a red square. This red square is me. Underneath the red square would be a green square. That green square represents where the dungeon entrance exit is. This does not show verticality. This is just a top-down representation of the extent of the dungeon. It looks intimidating and quite large. It's not as big as it seems. If you imagine this dungeon, each of the main... what are they called? Like main module parts are 4 of these pixels big. 4 of the red pixels. So 2, 1, 2, and then 1 down here, and then 1 underneath it. And then there's another 4 pixels in a square down here. There's actually only 2 major parts to this dungeon, arrayed horizontally that way. The other squares here, there, 2 there, 1 down here, and these 2 along here. They're not actually the full modules. They're more, what would you say? They're more like tunnels connecting the different floors of these central modules together. So you can imagine there's like a tunnel here connecting the top floor of this dungeon section here to the bottom floor. And that's what these are. They just represent like parts which are connecting like up here to a part in the same dungeon down here. So this dungeon is not actually that big. I think I don't know how big a dungeon can be. I think it can... There's ones which can have 5 dungeon sections to them. I think there's ones which can be bigger than that, maybe 6 or 7, but I think that's about as many as they can have. I don't know how big the main castle dungeons are. The program which I use to look at dungeons sometimes, Daggerfall Modeling, which I could bring up if I end up getting too lost in this dungeon, unfortunately does not allow me to look at castle dungeons. So, and we're back at the entrance. We go here. Yes, we are right where I thought it was. So we went from here, down here, and around, and you'll see this is the this part here is the part outside of the dungeon. Or outside. This is where the this square where my red one is, where my red pixel is. Here. And then this is the tunnel, including this room, which leads from one floor to another. So you can see here, it's a door's out there, and it's going down. And then branching back in and sticking back into this central area here. Sometimes these outer sections are a bit more complicated than this. They can have multiple rooms attached to them. You don't want to go swimming, but for the most part, they're pretty straightforward. This dungeon is a little more complicated because it's got teleporters. But for the most part, these teleporters seem to be just either one way, or they go back and forth between 2 locations. So, I heard swordfish in that water. That really makes me not want to go swimming. Anyway, Khajiit not like water. Where have we not looked? This is a benefit that Unity has over base Daggerfall. It depends whether you're used to it or not. Base Daggerfall, the modules start disappearing as you zoom away from them. Unity, you can actually see the entire dungeon, but you can change the opacity of it by clicking and dragging up and down on the map. Let's go back up to the area where we were before. The wall throbs slightly there. Okay. Now, there was a door here, which I didn't go through. This one? I think so. Yes. Okay. And that's because there's nothing in there. Okay, fine. Well. We can write that off. There is that pit there underneath the underneath the Ooh. Hello, Sarah. You're still standing here. I'll pull this lever. Hello. An elevator should appear now. There we go. And we'll use the lever. If you play base Daggerfall, don't enter the menu when you're on an elevator. It likes moving without you. Ow! No! My toes! Had my toes nibbled off by a slaughterfish. And that is how Nasrin died. Poor Nasrin. We'll load up. I think I saved just before that. I actually missed the floor I wanted to get off on. This lift was moving incredibly quickly. Whoop. Right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Actually saw this here. What I'm looking for better not be on the water. 122 gold. How much gold have we got now? 941 gold. Holy moly. That is quite a lot from a haul. And I haven't even sold any of our items yet. Nasrin Dungeon 2. Hello? Any more stinky orcs in here? I have a tiny sword. Oh. Oh, it's back here. Okay. Well then. We just go in a big loop-de-loop. Now, I actually think what we're looking for is underwater. Is there any hidden doors in this area? There is secret rooms, secret doors. Sometimes they're visible on the map. But I don't think there is any in here. I'm gonna have to go for a swim, aren't I? Or I leave, pick up a water breathing or water walking spell, which in Daggerfall the water walking spell is more like a swimming spell. It makes it easy for you to go through water. Yeah, look at that. My breath is... Actually, do I have one? I have a spell. What's my spells? Shock, Chameleon, and Slow Falling. How many days do I have for this job? 48 days. I think I've got enough. I think my trips have only taken like about 6 days or something. Right. Leaving the dungeon does mean all the monsters respawn. However, I believe the quest location doesn't change. So, we go from here to Gareham Manor? No, not the plantation. Coppersmith Manor? Come on, is there an actual town around here? Oh, I'm looking at homes. Broadshire and Whitevale. Van Tower, Longway, Crosshire, Kirkbeth, Charonlech, Broadbrone, Easton, Kirkage, Updale, the Green Dagger Hostel. Let's just go to Broadshire. Trip cost 5, travel time 1. Sure. And I'm at night. Well, the Unfortunate Pit. Is that a tavern? Cool walls. Haven't seen that yet. The Unfortunate Pit. Sure, let's stay in the Unfortunate Pit. It matches my character. Oh, there's another one over there. The Laughing Skull. No, sorry. Oh, there's another one. The Ratting Skull. There's a... There's very good business here. They've siphoned people off each other. You gotta tell me there's no Mages Guild here. I think that's a Fighters Guild. There is some shops. I'll just go check what that building is. I think it's a Fighters Guild from the size of it. Yeah, it is, because it's a tower. And the Fighters Guild have a tower as one of their buildings. Whereas the Mages Guilds are all rather larger. Yes, horse. Yep. Fighters Guild. No interest to me. And there's no temple here either, so I can't use them to... You can't buy spells from the temple, can you? Let's go to the next town over. Let's go to Whitevale. Entering Whitevale. Am I? You could have fooled me. Wait. Excuse me? This don't look like Whitevale to me. Where's Whitevale? I was told there's supposed to be a town here, sir. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You think, what? What is this? There's just like a bit of paved road here. It faced me in the wrong direction to get into the town. Okay, let's see Whitevale. Is it bigger? Wish you could zoom out the map. You can't, but actually, yes, it is maybe a bit bigger. There's another 3 inns up there. They have a graveyard. How many shops are there? There's like 1 shop. There's that one there. Oh, there's that one up there. Okay, so there's 2 shops. This way. Is this a mage's guild? Yes, it is. Help! Help! Okay. I'm fine. Get me out of this puddle! Ah! Right. Oh, you're closed right now, aren't you? Because it's night time and the mages have got to go to bed. Okay. Let's go east again. That's just a residence. There's a tavern. No, that's not a tavern. That's just a residence. There's a tavern. The Dead Priest. Sure. Let's stay at the Dead Priest Inn. Oh, it's right next to the graveyard too. How thematically appropriate. Hello? Nice room. Anything up here? A lantern. There's a pile of gold and gems up here. Restrain yourself. We get this gold. We get this holy dagger, because it's worth a lot. We get this bell. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just a chain from whatever on the floor down below. Okay, there's just a torch. A lantern. These rooms are ridiculous. Anything behind here? Do you actually have beds here, or do people just sleep on a cold, hard floor? Oh, there's beds. You have 4 of them. I like the walls. Oh, hello. Hello, Jester. Carolina Copperfield. Good job. Modestia Hawkart. And you, innkeeper! I have need of a room. I will stay for 2 days. 9 gold pieces, sure. And no, don't draw your sword. 22. Didn't mean to rest, but let's rest for 10. Also, welcome. Playing Daggerfall. Oh, and we're gonna level up as Nasrin Jabiri. Now, escaped slave, who is not doing too bad for herself so far. I haven't really gone up against too much which is challenging. Orcs maybe, but let's increase the willpower. And we'll put 1 point, as distasteful as it is, in agility. Did I get like 1 hit point from that level up? Okay. Right. I want to... Oh! A courier steps up to you with a letter in hand. I was told to give this letter to someone fitting your description, says the courier. Take it, the courier turns and walks quickly away. Not runs, walks. Like a power walk. Well, let's see this. What this letter is. There's another part of the main quest line. Well, Guy, a princess of Wayrest. You what? Okay. You want to give me a bit more text than that, game? No? You're just going to tell me Magaya, Princess of Wayrest is just sending me blank letters with her title, with her signature on them. Okay, fine. Maybe it's in invisible ink, and I have to, I don't know, find a lemon and squeeze it over it or something. Wait, was that the right one? Yeah, that's a Holy Candle one. That's our quest which we're currently doing. That's my Potion of True Heal recipe. Use. You see, this is why I'm playing the base game of Daggerfall. There's supposed to be something written on this, which will tell us what the next part of the quest is. Apparently, maybe my character dislikes Dunmer so much, because Mogaya is actually a Dunmer. I think she is, anyway. Yes, Princess of Wayrest, yes, and all the nobles of Wayrest are Dunmer. Perhaps my character dislikes Dunmer so much, she refuses to read what they say. All she sees is a name and a target. So... not like I can hurt her anyway, she's 2D. Right. Well, did that actually give something in my log? No, it didn't. Okay, essentially it's saying, come to me in Wayrest to discuss matters which I've heard you're interested in. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's a pawn shop. Let's go in there. Better appointed than many. Nice walls. I like this tile set. Hello, Sarah. You have a nice shop, and I am here to pawn off my many fairly gotten gains upon you. I'll keep my mace. That might come in handy if I come across any undead. Sell that. Yeah, 492 gold. Thank you. And I'll sell this. My Elven Daikatana. 788 gold. Done deal. I'll sell my bell. And my Holy Dagger. The Holy Daggers weigh 0.5 kilograms. And they are worth 2,500 gold. If you find them, it's a very good idea to pick them up. Holy Water, by comparison, is just worth 100. I have 2 of the blighters. So. I also have a magical Holy Water, which a mage gave me. I don't get 4,500 gold for the Holy Dagger, though. He marks it down by, like, to a quarter of its price, but... still... oh, and there's a ruby which we got. That's a ruby we stole from the Emperor, so we'll keep that. Do you have anything on your shelves? Bandages. What is that again? A bracer. Your books. King Edward, Part 11, by Anonymous. King Edward, Part 4, by Anonymous. Special Flora of Tamriel. King Edward, Part 8, by Anonymous. The Real Baron Zia, by Part 5, by Anonymous. Okay. And on this shelf, there's a candle. Can I just palm that off to the mages and say that's the one you sent me to look for? Asylum Ball. King Edward Part 10. They really like this King Edward guy here. Origin of the Mages Guild. Or rather, it's in a pawn shop, so someone probably bought them all and said, oh, this is boring, and they sold them off. Origin of the Mages Guild by Salath. Mara's Tear by Zen. The Asylum Ball again. So this game is the ancestor of Skyrim? Yes. Daggerfall is the second Elder Scrolls game made after Arena and before Morrowind. I forget what year it came out. I think 1997. If you've played Skyrim or the other Elder Scrolls games, you'll probably recognize some of the books. They keep a fair amount of them in the later games, though they do add new ones and get rid of some of the older ones as well. But The Real Baron Zaya, I believe, is a book which has gone across basically all the games, except for the first one, I think. Vampires in Iliac Bay, Part 1. That was another book you should recognize. I think that's in Morrowind. Brief History of the Empire. I think that's another one you see. Jokes. That might be another one. Mara's Tear. I don't think that's in later ones. Fool's Ebony. That's one which is in later games as well. but I think it's only in one part, or maybe 2 parts. Anything up here? There's another shelf up here. So it's always good to check upstairs when in these places. They have extra shelves. King Edward, The Pig Children by Tyson Bain. That's actually about the orcs. If you wish to know about the history of the orcs in the game, that's a book to read about it. Biography of Queen Baranziah, Volume 1. Divad the Singer. The Arrow Shot Woman. Oh. Hello, sir. Don't mind me, I was just exploring your exclusive shelf up here. Well, you have nothing, and I am bored. I am leaving. What other shop is there in town? There was one over here, wasn't there? Yes. This way. I do kind of like reading the books in the Elder Scrolls games. I don't know whether I'll read any of them on stream. Maybe the occasional one. I don't know. It can get a little confusing because some of them are written in previous games. Stuff inside them may no longer really apply. I remember being confused in Morrowind reading a book about flora and fauna, and it's like, I don't recognize any of these plants. Are they actually around the game? But no, it was from a previous Elder Scrolls game. Daggerfall, possibly, so. Hey look, that house has got ferns on the roof. That's nice. There's a shop. The odd general store. Let's see how odd it is. It's so odd, there's no entrance. Okay, there it is. Better appointed than many. I didn't see what the value of the other shop was. Yeah, not that it matters. We can get a horse. Yeah, let's get a horse. And a cart. And a cart. Let's buy a horse and cart. Bargain! Yes. You're actually knocking off like 500 gold there. That's pretty good. Parchment. Arrow Shot Woman. King Edward. Fairy by Sun Triop. Real Baranziah Part 3. Real Baranziah Part 4. Steel Shortbow. Now, what's this? Of Jeffrey. Eos, Animal God. By Burial Soma. Arrow Shot Woman again. Fool's Ebony Part the 6th. Maybe there's only one part of Fool's Ebony. Light in the Dark. Banker's Bet. The War of Bettany. That might actually be relevant to our interests. Because the War of Bettany is, I think we're seeing the fallout of it. Wayrest, Jewel of the Bay. If you want to read up about the city before you go there. And be amazed at how it probably looks nothing like how it's described in the book. Okay. Right. Now we actually have sold all our stuff. I wanted to... Right. Yes. I got distracted by selling my gains. I want to go to the Mage's Guild and buy a water walking and water breathing spell. Because I have to advance through water in the dungeon. Oh, that's why I was so confused. It makes sense during daytime. The game put me here. I was like, what's with this? Is this tiny square of land here actually the town? And I was just seeing all these trees and stuff over here. But no, that's actually like a little garden on the side of the town. So. Different design here too. This is that. Get quest. No, I'm already on a quest. Nice floor. No. Someone. No. Hey, sir. 5 spells. You got water walking. And you've got buoyancy. Buoyancy is a cheaper water walking spell. Let's buy buoyancy. Yeah. And I'll buy recall. Not that it really matters at the moment. You don't have water breathing, which I'd like. Let's go here. Hello, sir. Oh, you just... Yeah, I can't buy magical items from you yet. And you make magical items. Over here. You are an identified person. I'm going to actually identify this. Tell me what this is. Yeah, 99 gold pieces. When I got that, it was just like, here, have this holy water I enchanted. Are you going to tell me what it is? No. So, what is it? Holy water of venom antidote. Cure poison. Well, that is kind of useful. It's also thematically appropriate for the item. It'll be useful if I ever get poisoned. Though I do have a resistance to poison. You're the dangerous summoner. You are a make spells person. Can I actually make spells? I can. I could make a water breathing spell myself. Add effect. Water breathing. I don't know how this works though. You have a duration 1 + 1 how many levels? So you have a duration of 1. Then it's plus so many per level. So it lasts longer the higher level you are. So if I put that, if I put 2 there, then I can put +2 per level. I don't know how long 2 is. Is that 2 seconds? There's also casting cost, but I have a fair amount of mana, so... Let me have a look up on the wiki. There's something, if anyone plays Daggerfall, I recommend they do if they need to find out what things do. Okay. Well, let's actually use the base water breathing spell as an example. Water breathing. 5. Duration in game. Oh, duration. Okay. Duration is in-game minutes. So every point is 1 more in-game minute. So water breathing is 5 + 2 per level. So we'd actually be making a more powerful one here. And you can lower the cost by having it so that every, 2 levels it goes up rather than every 1 level. That's actually kind of reasonable. A water breathing spell for a duration of 5 with another 5 every level. So I'm level 3, so that'll be a 15-minute long duration water breathing spell. That's probably more than I need. Let's put it down to 3. Or 2. Because that'll still be 6 minutes, so... Yeah. And we'll call it... I don't know... Gills. And we'll buy that spell. Thank you. Okay. Have fun. Thank you for joining me. And now we will head back to the dungeon we're in. Castle Mastersmith. We should still be fine for the time. Help! Help! I'm in water. No! Get me out. actually. Aha! Let's cast buoyancy. Now I can swim in the water with the best of the ducks. That was a heck of a running leap you took there. Okay. Right. We'll cast buoyancy again. And we'll cast gills. And let's head into the briny deep. Okay. I'm actually ducking. How do I go down? Page down. Right. Is this locked? Funnily enough, slaughterfish cannot open doors. Oh, I need buoyancy. Thank you. Oh no, my gills are wearing off. Okay, there we go. There's what I'm looking for down here. There's some gold. There's some white poppies, I think. Equip. Is this? As a map. Finely drawn vellum reveals the secret location of Buckingford Tower, which I record. Ooh, we have a new dungeon to go to. The Healer's Tale by Anonymous. Sure. We have plain robes. Take those. And we have a werebull's tusk. I like how things underwater are floating around. Right. Buoyancy again. And gills again. I have to get used to pressing page up and page down. Even that beam's floating up. Oh, no! Skeletons! Ah! Don't like them. They're scary. My character is afraid of the undead. Ah! And afraid of this thing. Friggin' droog? Drog. Drag. Come on. Okay, I just gotta go past you. Because you're not worth my time. I actually should be careful. My fatigue can run out and I would fall asleep underwater. What's here? Stuff. And things. And a shirt. Nothing. Okay. Apparently what we're looking for isn't underwater. I think the drug phased through the terrain. Is there an invisible door under? Is there a secret door under here? I want to know. Oh, not climbing mode, you crazy cat. Okay, get up on this. Pull the lever. Say, pull the lever! Hello, orcs. Oh! I thought, oh yes, there'd be orcs up here, wouldn't there? Yeah. I do have a shock spell. Aha! Oh. Ow! You snuck up on me. I did kind of think, wasn't there four? Wow. I'm really not doing too bad. And you. That steel sword. Round shield, steel flail, leather left, pauldron. I get the gold. No, not that. That's just a leather helm, I think. Get the gold. Anything else? That. Nothing else. All these items. And here. And there's a bow. And some arrows. Elven short bow. Well, I don't really use bows. Let's save. And we will rest until fully healed, because my character is quite tired. It also means now that the dungeon is all reset, so all the doors are does not unlock. Ow! What? Ah! You sneaky sod! Ah! Frickin' snuck up behind me. There we go. What do you got? Chain boots. You have a steel helm. Looks better than that one. I'll wear it. At the orc room. Oh, what's that pile over there? 138 gold. Okay. There was a place. Oh, hang on. Oh, we've had a connection problem. And is it going to reconnect? Sorry about this. OBS just decided that the game experience was too extreme and decided to disconnect. Been pretty good so far. And it's back. Okay, good. Sorry about that. For anyone watching, the stream just decided to disconnect. Or OBS decided to. Ah, annoying. Come on. Get. There we go. Ooh, big shield. Tower shield. Can't carry any more stuff. If I get back to my wagon, I'll be able to put some stuff into it. So, is this throne like teleporter or something? Nope. Is this a teleporter? Nope. I rub my face up against these banners that do anything? Nope. Well, good thing this dungeon is not too big. Oh, no! Skeleton! Ah! Get away. 2 skeletons. My worst nightmare. Yeah. Go away. Oh, and you. Okay, well, I haven't seen skeletons in this dungeon so far, so Unless the game just randomly decided to have some skeletons. Where they are is potentially a new location. Oh, God! Go away. Beaten to death by bony boys. No! A skeleton's got me. Which save was it? This one. Alright. Well, I know where that is. Yes, this is before I rested. I would like to... Okay. Thank you, Daggerfall. I would like to get to that location again. Let us equip a mace. Because it's a bit more effective against undead skeletons than a short sword. But I am not proficient with using maces. But this is not going to be easier. Probably be better just using my base weapon and smacking them with it until they die, even though it's going to take longer because they have a resistance versus piercing attacks or slashing attacks. Go away. Stop your incessant wailing. Come on. This is just one skeleton. How much health have you got, skeleton? How can you kill that which is already dead? There we go. Oh. Gold pieces. Equip. And he had a dwarven katana. Which is kind of neat. I would prefer a short sword because I am specifically more skilled at short blades than long blades. My long blade is 8. So. Let's actually go into my inventory and switch over my... There we go. Oh, use the Tanto. There's the other skeleton. Other. Yeah, like there's 2. We know there's actually like 8. Get out of here. Come on. There we go. We'll remove that. We have another steel mace and an iron war axe. Well, we killed 2 of the skeletons. Much to our character's distress. Let's just sneak. Maybe they won't hear me. I need to go into that room which they were in because chances are the item we're looking for is in there. Get out of here, bat. Oh, that woke everything up. It's just like, don't go away. I'm closing the door behind you. We're busy. Come on. And you will fall to my Tanto. Please. Stop screaming. Thank you. Gold pieces. Steel battle axe. I cannot carry any more stuff. 3 skeletons down. Can I just run in there, check to see whether there's anything? Is that it? No. What about this? No, no. 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 Got the candle. This is undoubtedly Gondiweir Hearthton's holy candle. Okay, well that's where the candle is. Smartly, we actually had. I just had a thought. Leave me alone. Stinking undead. Do they stink? They're just bones. They probably just smell musty. Ow. Yeah. Nose. Okay. Well. Let's do something a bit sneaky. We'll do recall. I'll set an anchor. Then we'll go in here. Pick up this loot. Go in here. I'm carrying too much to lift this. I can't pick up a candle. Give me candle. Thank you. Now, recall, teleport. Haha! Bamboozled. Now, which way to the exit? Let's see. Okay, that's there. And we are there. Okay, so we're quite close. We'll go this way. All the skeletons are coming out now. There's the exit. Ah. Access to my wagon? Yes. Wagon. And put all this in there. All my ingredients. Put my clothes in there. Put my books in there. Put my potion recipe. Keep my magical items. I'll remove that and I'll remove that. There we go. What's my encumbrance? 34. Right. And we will exit. Now, we have to go back to Frigius. Since that is where we got the quest from originally. Rigiest is over here. We'll travel cost recklessly. We'll camp out. We got no real reason to go, you know, rest on the way there. And there we go. Now, where's the Mage's Guild? That's the Fighters Guild. That's a temple. Mage's Guild is... That's right. It's on like the other side of town. I return victorious with your little candle. It's interesting, I thought the architecture was determined by province, but these buildings here have a different appearance to the ones which I was in when I was further east. Perhaps because they were right on the border? I don't know. Okay, am I there yet? Okay. Straight northwest. Mage's Guild. South. There it is. Seriously, how can you miss something like that? Oh. Sarah! I have your candle. Who are you? Oh, good heavens! I remember now! Gondoware Hearthton's holy candle, of course! Here it is. What happens while you were gone, I had quite a breakthrough in my research. You see, it wasn't the azimuth vectors at all. The key to the whole problem is actually... Well, the point is, I no longer need the holy candle. It is a beautiful piece of work, though, isn't it? Why did you keep it, since you went to all the trouble to find it for me? Now, if you excuse me, I must get back to work. Gee, thanks. You gonna tell me what it is? Nope. Thank you. Right. Identify person. I wish to identify something. I think it's the person with the floaty orb. Maze-like Mage Guild. No. Council and Archmagister voted to award you as the new rank just today. New rank? Okay. What new rank? Something bugged with the text, I think. It's not saying what it should. Identify! I have an item that I wish for you to tell me what it is. Okay, what's this wonderful candle? Deadman's Holy Candle. Cast when used. Firestorm. Wow. Okay, that's kind of impressive. Okay, so we have a holy water of cure poison. And we have a candle of firestorms. You can teleport. So I'm actually of a higher rank in the Mages Guild now. Can I see what that is? Log. No, not log. History? No. Affiliations. The Mages Guild. Journeyman. Hey! We went up a rank. Huzzah! Now, did that come with any new benefits? Let me just have a look. Mages Guild. No, the Journeyman does not come with any new benefits. So we actually have to be rank 2 before we get And you benefit. Benefit. Yes. The benefit of rank 2 is access to the library. So we get to read books for free. Lovely. Right. What I'm going to do is going to go to the... Let's go to Devil's Dungeon. This was so good to us last time. Oh, there's a bookstore. And, sir! I wish a room for 2 days. Thank you. And I will sleep with my sword out until I am rested. Thank you. What's today? 19. Okay. I am going to sleep for about 13 hours. And it is now 8 o'clock in the morning. This way. Right. Now, let's go to that shop circle here. This is the unfortunate ogre. This is the superior arms maker. The knave and dragon. Dunival's finest clothing. The dwarf and dog. Andival's finest metallurgy. Lady Agrin's gear shop. The Bank of Phrygius. The superior blacksmith. The essential bookseller. And vintage apothecary. Let us have a look at vintage apothecary. Oh. Ah, hello. Sir! I have stuff I could sell. I want to have a look at what you have to sell. You have nectar, pure water. Right. Okay, well we had a look. Let's go into here. That lock has nothing to fear from it. It's not open yet. Let's loiter for 2 hours. Better appointed. What's that? Elven Wakazashi. I have an Elven Tanto. Wakazashi counts as a short blade, I believe. Yes, so... 3 to 12. 3 to 10, and my current weapon's worn. How much would that be cost to buy? 400. Buy? 325. Sure, whatever. What have you got in here? Steel dagger. Okay, fine. You. Nothing. Here, you have a dwarven flail. Silver short sword. Silver better than... No. Okay. There's a dwarven short sword there. No, there's a dwarven broadsword. Is there something upstairs? Excuse me, sir. Let me just run upstairs. Hey! Oh, chain gauntlets. I don't actually have any gauntlets. So let us purchase those. Elven katana. Elven longsword. Steel wakazashi. Steel tanto. Hound shield. Okay. Well, you had some stuff. Let's go into the clothier's shop. What's this? Oh, it's just a plant. Oh, what's this? Shirts. Nothing really. Not here. Nothing really. Yeah. Nothing? Okay. Okay. That's another... Let me just find the key. There we go. Metallurgy. Wait. Metallurgy? Are you an armorer? Are you a smith? No, you're not. Why is your shop called Metallurgy when it's actually an alchemist? It's being very confusing. Okay, well, whatever. Now let's go into the general store and buy some hardtack. We could get a cape. It is cold up here. Casual cloak. Or select. Yeah, I'll buy that. 4 gold! A bargain! And it's blue. Rather fetching. We can use it also to change its appearance. So we can have it over our shoulders. Or have the hood up. It actually look a bit better when we have the hood up because it stops the hat being so pointy. So we'll keep it like that. There's another cloak there, but that's the same as the one we have. It's just in a different state, as it were. Silver Wakizashi. There's a Khajiit suit there. Would be appropriate for me, but... just a parchment. You always think, looking at it, that it's going to be like a map, or maybe some potion recipes. I don't know if you can buy potion recipes. You might be able to... I don't know. Maybe from a potion seller. You'd think the alchemist would sell them also, but I don't believe they do. I think they just sell ingredients. Okay, let's save here. Over our beginning. Sigh. Nasrin... What's it called? I don't know. Bine. There we go. Let's have a look at the armor. Have you got anything interesting? Nope. Or you? Nope. Sir, your shop is disappointing. I wish you had more shelves. Anything in here? Anything in your bedroom, sir? Do you keep armor in your bedroom? No? Okay. Well. How are we going for time? We're going for 2 hours, 20 minutes. I may as well go to the Mages Guild and I might do one more dungeon. So, let's see. Where's the Mages Guild? Mages Guild was north of here. Northwest. So let's go there. I'm not actually having too much trouble with this character. I thought it would be more challenging. What was the very low... was the very low, luck. They're closed? Yeah. Loiter for 2 hours. Thank you. Sir! Sarah, I require another quest. Get quest. At the premier research institution in the Empire of Tamriel, the Mages Guild employs a number of mystics and scholars all over the land. If we could get a representative of the guild over to a place within a reasonable distance of here, the eminent scholar Perinak Kingwing, and has agreed to share his research. Would you be available for this? Sorry? You run by that by me again. Let me see. If we can get a representative of the guild over to a place within a reasonable distance of here, the eminent scholar Perinak Kingwing, and has agreed to share his research. Okay, there's a fair bit missing from the sentence there. So I have to take a guy to a dungeon? Do I have to take him to a specific location in the dungeon, or just drop him off inside the dungeon? Fine, okay, yeah. Grand! Just grand. Now, Perinak Kingwing is staying in Easton, of course, in a place called the Kingwing Residence. Well, that's suitable, based off his name. For thus a few days. The danger is the necromancers. Those reprobate spell slingers are interested in getting to Perinak Kingwing and his research. I'll give you 31 days to get to Perinak Kingwing and back before I send someone else. Good luck. You want me to get to him and bring him back here. Okay? Easton, in a place called the Kingwing Residence. Okay. Was that Eastwing or Easton? Easton. Okay. There we go. Here. Find Easton. It's all the way over there. Yes. Travel time is 5. Sure. We'll travel recklessly. And how big is this place? Because I might have to eyeball the town. Well, it's not too big, but there's a lot of houses. Start at the bottom and we'll work my way up. What's the time? 3:40. Let's wait for 3 hours. He said 14 days, didn't he? So we've used 5. Okay. I could have teleported back, couldn't I? Oh. You, ma'am. Perinak Kingwing. What you want is to go to the Kingwing residence, east of here. Yeah, just tell me. Oh, okay, it's over there. Thank you. Sir? Sir? This is a very muddy looking place. This place here. Come on in! By False Hammer, it's you! What is it? You know me? You have like a bowl cut, sir. Alabistia Ganston. Oh, shocked you. Alright, Nasrin, you have 1 minute of me time. No thanks. Is there another person sitting around in here somewhere? I have a need for some majorly guy who's apparently staying here. I suppose that's him. Let me have a look at the rest of the house, because I think if I talk to him, it's actually going to start summoning necromancers. Necromancers? They said nothing about necromancers before I took the quest. Those mages are playing silly buggers. They know I have a phobia of the undead. Oh, I just left. Welcome to my home! What? How many doors do you have in your house? It's open! Yeah, sorry. Okay. You're the Khajiit the Mages Guild sent over to protect my work, yes? Marvelous to meet you, my child. Here's the bally thing. Good luck getting past those infernal necromancers with it. I certainly couldn't. You're not much of a mage, are you? They hate you. Okay. Well, let's just make our way back to Phrygius. Yep. And... oh. On the 7th of First Seed every year, the people of Phrygius celebrate first planting, symbolically sowing the seeds for the autumn harvest. It is a festival of fresh beginnings, both for the crops and for the men and women of the town. Neighbors are reconciled in their disputes. Resolutions are formed, bad habits dropped, the diseased cured. The clerics at the temples run a free clinic all day long to cure people of poisoning, different diseases, paralyzation, and the other banes found in the world of Tamriel. Oh, nice. Well, let's climb over this gate. Very spooky music playing at the moment. No! Khajiit must climb! There we go. Let's save here. Ah! Wait! Am I going to die? Ow! Okay. Okay. Let's go northwest with my shins through my torso. Holy moly! What was that? I just hit a vertices and I launched myself forward. Okay. Mage's Guild's just over here. Oh. Okay. I hope I'm being fast enough. What's the time? 22. Let me in. Thank you, you're open. Sir! Oh, this is brilliant stuff. I guess those damn necromancers were not too difficult to handle. At least not for you. Spiffy job, journeyman. I didn't even see a single soul. And I'm so thankful for that. 233 gold pieces. 253 gold pieces even. Well, that was pretty easy. It didn't take too long. Can we rest in here?
Oh.
No, we can't.
Oh.
No, leave me alone. You're still here. You're supposed to disappear when I leave. Freaking guards. Oh, let's go rest at the inn. They should have forgotten about it in the day. I believe. It's my favorite inn. The Devil's Dungeon. Yes, it is. Sir! My room! I need a new one. In 2 days. Yes. Thank you. And I will not change my transportation. Let's cast Buoyancy. I am so good at swimming. Like you wouldn't believe! There we go. I'm healed. Jumping, mercantile, climbing, running, and thaumaturgy have improved. Okay. And it is morning? Hey, look at that. Yes, it's morning. You can see the sun rising. Let's get on the rooftop to see that a bit better. The skyline is the skyline in Daggerfall is kind of impressive. I mean, it's nicely done. It changes with the time, and I don't mean like it goes from day to night and then to day again instantly. It's actually got multiple different stages it goes through. So if you sit here, you should see it gets lighter. And if I can find which way the sun is rising, it rises in the east, doesn't it? Or does it rise in the west? I can't remember whether it's different in Tamriel or not. Oh, yeah, but yeah, you can see it got lighter again there. So if we just wait a moment. Lighter again. Can't really see any specifically brighter spot. But yeah, it's interesting. It's got all these different stages it goes through, and you can actually see the sun sort of go up throughout the day when it gets above the horizon. It just lit up again there. So. Can we see? Nope. What's the time? 6:42. Okay, maybe it's the cloud cover. Maybe the clouds are blocking the sun. We'll wait for one more transition. There we go. Yep. So yeah. It gives a nice effect. Let's go northwest. Go to the Mages Guild, if they'll let me. Nope, they're not open yet. I am going to have to loiter. 3 hours. Now are you open? Oh, it's the time. Fine. I'll loiter for another 3 hours. I must like do frantic jumping around and looking like I'm extremely busy for the short time I'm not loitering, so the guards don't suspect me. They're still here. No, sorry. No. I didn't want to do this, but you forced my hand. Or because I tried to sleep in it. No. Poops. Oh, we took a reputation hit there. Ah! What? Something happened. Oh. I got caught by the guards, they killed me. Well, they got me. Nasrin Jabiri is accused of the crime of vagrancy. Because I just tried to sleep in the Mages Guild. If I plead not guilty and are found guilty, you will face 40 gold pieces in fine and 3 days in prison. A guilty plea will invoke the mercy of the court and your penalty will be far less. How do you plead? How plead you? I'm guilty. Dropped to ground completely exhausted. I awake 1 hour later. Okay. I dropped to the ground completely exhausted. I awaken 1 hour later. Okay. Would you like to do something more than tell me that I dropped to the ground? No. Oh, bugger. Well, looks like we're actually going to have to restart the game. So yes, I have to close Daggerfall. So, I'm surprised we actually haven't come across something which requires a restart yet. Right. Did I save after I did that short quest? I don't think I did. Well, I can actually do it faster. Building. Okay, here we go. Yes, okay. Wait. I did... Let me think. Magical items. No, this is, This is... This is me buying. This is the most recent one, is it? Yep, okay. The other one was when I was just embarking on getting that magical candle. So we haven't actually taken the other quest yet, I don't think. Nope. Okay. And I was selling stuff. Oh, I haven't actually sold the stuff in my wagon. Not that it matters. So, what do my items? Yeah, sure, fine, whatever, okay. There's no biggie. Let's go to the Mage's Guild then. And I'll do one more quest. Up. Up. Fine. Loiter for 2 hours, because mages wake up late in the day. Mage! I'm not going to sleep in your precious Mage's Guild. I just want you to give me a quest. We had a little accident here just lately. One of our students was testing a portal spell and ended up bringing some imps out of oblivion. It feels awful and offered 219 gold pieces to whoever kills the imps. Be able to hunt them down? No, sorry. Okay, somebody else will be sure to do it for us. I like how they're just like, yeah, okay. Mage's Guild has needed someone to guard the magical buckler tonight. Is it feasible that you could do this for us? There's a diamond in it for you. Diamond. Well... sure. Be at the Mage's Guild by midnight. Your period of guardianship will last until 3 in the morning. Okay. So, I think actually, if I quest start this, I will be able to loiter inside for 3. Or do I actually have to leave and come back? What's the time now? 15:40. So we'll go loiter again for 3 hours. Yep. 18 now. Yep. And we'll loiter another 3 hours. And then we'll go loiter another 3 hours. And then we'll go into the Mage's Guild. Excellent. Ow, 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 what the? Looky here, boys, a guard. I'm all scared and shaking. Let's leave the tongue on the door as a warning not to mess with Thieves' Guild. Yeah. He spawned right on top of me. So unfair. Let's actually save while we're inside the Mage's Guild, so we don't appear inside the thieves. We'll step back here. It actually killed me really quickly. Okay. Loiter, 3 hours. I think you could actually steal the buckler yourself, which will get you a magical item, but I don't think the Mage's Guild are very happy with you if you do that. 3 hours again. There we go. What's the time? Okay. We'll loiter again for 3 hours. The game should tell me that enemies are nearby. I believe they spawn. Yep, hello. Yep. Thieves. Ah. They're very fast. Thieves these days just have no sense of style. They're just like, ugh. There's no like uniform, there's no like pride of appearance. Maybe the Thieves Guild's very free like that. 57 gold, iron claymore, helm. You have that. Ooh, you have a elven broadsword. That's pretty cool. Helm. Iron right pauldron. Let's get that. Then we'll get this. You'll notice that their loot is actually piling up on each other. At least in other ones, the loot of enemies which you kill in a manner like this, in a quest like this, when they spawn, it's like each one spawns with the loot of the previous ones. So you can get stupid amounts of loot by them all just having the same loot. And their own stuff, so. I'm getting a lot of elven broadswords. Okay. Well, that's that. Can we actually find the, I think that's the magical buckler. Let's save. Quest 2. And if we go... I carried too much to lift this. Oh, my elven broadswords. Okay, we dropped that. There we go. And we have a look at it. Buckler. Can we actually just drop that back on the floor? Does that count as stealing it? I want to have a look. Loiter, 3 hours. Well, my watch has ended. But, sir, if you're here, yes you are. Well done! These thieves didn't stand a chance against you. Here, take this diamond. It's really the least we can do. So, thanks. I'm actually going to look that quest up. Because I don't want to find out that picking up the buckler in actuality, as soon as I pick up the item, it lowers my reputation. It doesn't tell me. Okay, guard the guild. It is not required to do so, but you can pick up the magical item you should guard at will between 0 and 3 as long as you stay in the guild hall. But you must not leave the building with the item. In this case, and if you still carry the magical item after 3, the guild will assume you have stolen it and will send some knights after you to kill you. When hit, the first knight will shout, "I claim bounty on the thief and traitor to the Mages Guild." In addition, you'll lose reputation with the Mages Guild. If you can avoid the night for 3 days after you've taken the item, it will remain in your inventory, but the quest will count as failure. As long as he's still in the guild hall, you could drop the magical item anytime. Okay. You lose 30 reputation with the Mages Guild. And minus 15 with associated factions. So, I assume the magical item's not actually there anymore. It apparently is. Does it still count as a... Oh. Okay, it's just turned into random items. Yep. I'll put my items in my wagon. I get my mace back. Well, since this isn't actually valuable stuff anymore, we may as well pick it up. Not like the mages care. They care. They care immensely. Yeah, I got a diamond. I mean, they're useful. We can put them into here once we enchant them. So, how much is this statue worth? If 175, and this common symbol 15. Okay. Right. I don't think that counts as stealing because there's no buckler there anymore. Righto. We'll We'll crawl out of the door of the Mages Guild. We'll go to the Devil's Dungeon. We'll cast spells, and then we'll rest, and I will probably call the stream there. So we've done two quests for the Mages Guild. One was plodding around a dungeon for ages. The other one was just guarding an item. But we've made a fair bit of progress. We are now level 3 with our escaped slave, who's actually doing quite well for herself. She's got 71 hit points, 80 fatigue, 75 encumbrance still. So she's not the best fighter, but she's actually hitting a lot more often than I thought she would. The short blade is 42, critical strike 33, running's 46, so we're quite fast. Hand-to-hand, medical, lockpicking are still the same, I believe. I don't think they've gone up. Restoration, destruction, thaumaturgy, alteration, mercantile, and etiquette. Mercantile's been going up because I've been doing selling and buying. Etiquette I want to mess with because I believe in the past, at least in Unity, I think, I've actually had humanoid characters be pacified by etiquette. I'd like to see whether that continues happening. Anything else? We got a few new spells. I got Gills, which is for water breathing, and I picked up Buoyancy, which is a really cheap water walking spell. So they do me alright. I also got Recall, because that's a spell you always want to have. We have a fair amount of gold. Spell points, actually. We have 240. 3 times our intelligence. Yeah, our items also. They're alright. We're wearing mostly steel armor. I think our boots are still chain. We've got iron breastplate. Iron pauldron there. I think that's steel cuirass, and those are steel greaves for us. I think those are chain gauntlets. And we have an elven tanto, and I think it's another elven wakizashi. Let me have a look. Yep, elven wakizashi. So our items are all at least +3, which is pretty good. We've seen a few dwarven items, but nothing which my character would be able to really make use of. So I've tended to sell them, even though they would be better than what I have. No dwarven armor. I feel that my really low luck, which means that I'm considered hopeless, would mean that I would have a very small chance of coming across better items. It's not as simple as that, and I feel just going up in level increases your chance of finding items far more than having low luck decreases your chance of finding those items. So, while it's like I may not always see better items, overall I'm going to see better items just because my level's going up anyway. But yes, I'm not really noticing any major effects from it. Luck affects everything, as it says, slightly. So it's like the hit chance and how much damage you deal, what items you find, maybe what enemies you come across. But there's not like, you know, bad luck things which happen. It's just you might not see something in a loot pile, which you don't really notice. It's more often you see the benefits of high luck than the negatives. Because the negatives are sort of just don't really see anything special. A high agility means that we're running means what? That we're dodging a lot, I think? Avoid getting hit, yeah. And our speed is 75, so I'm having an easy time running around. Our endurance is still 30. So I don't have too many hit points. My healing rate is low. Should be, except I have an advantage to healing rate. We have a resistance to poisons and diseases, and I have also an additional advantage of resist poison and disease. Perhaps I should have taken less penalties, because then I wouldn't take so many advantages. The advantages kind of outweigh the penalties in many ways, and even the phobias don't really mean much in the end, because you just get so well powerful you can sort of brush things off for the most part. Our endurance is low, so we've got a -2 modifier. Apparently, into the number of hit points I gain each level. I think I'm getting 15, a maximum of 15 hit points per level. So, -2 would mean I'm getting a maximum of 13 per level. And I think last level I got maybe 2. I'm not bothering to reload if I get low stats every level or low health every level. It's part of the fun. If I ever play Baldur's Gate, I'm not going to be fiddling around with the rolls to make sure my stats are as high as possible. I prefer playing with inefficient characters. I feel it makes things more interesting. And -2 modifier factored to healing rate. Willpower is really high, +9 when magic resistance. So if we come across spellcasters, I have a pretty good chance of resisting magic. But I don't really have the health to take a fireball to the face, so... anything else? Intelligence. It just really affects spell points. My strength is average, 50. Personality is average. You see, it's considered interesting at 50. I think in Morrowind, the sort of average points for your stats was 40. Like, 40 was what the average person would have in something. 50 was actually a bit higher. So, our stats are generally higher than the average. Only really endurance and luck are lower than average. Going by Morrowind, I don't know really what it would be for Daggerfall, because I can't see the stats of other characters. Anything else? Nope, that's about it. Yeah, so we will not rest. We will cast Shock to build up our destruction. Can we actually use that? No, we can't. I think we can. We can't use Shock because it's a non-touch spell. There's no enemies here to cast it on. We would have to have a projectile spell, I think. I can cast Chameleon. I'm blending. I'm blending! You can't see me. Don't look at me. Stop looking at me. Okay. And we'll rest. Until fully healed. Calming Song. My illusion and shortblade went up. Yay! Let's have a look. Well, my shortblade is 43 now, and my illusion is 8. Oh, it didn't show up as blue. Maybe miscellaneous skills don't show up as blue. But yes, so we're going to go down to the main room. Or I'll go out of the tavern. There we go. And I will save the game here. We'll save on up here, as we're in part 2 end. And yes, that will probably do it for me tonight and for Daggerfall. So, we've made some progress. Every day having fun. Yay, dungeon crawling. The dungeon, while it had portals, wasn't actually that difficult. And we've had some bugs. It wouldn't be Daggerfall if we didn't. Is it still showing it? Let's have a look. The letter from Morgiana. Yeah, Morgiana. Oh, it's actually showing it now. It wasn't showing all the text before. It was just a blank piece of paper with Morgiana, Princess of Wayrest written on it. Dear Nasrin, my eyes and ears abroad say that you are interested in the fate of a certain letter. Any emperor should not be so careless, nor should a queen. You really should come visit me in Castle Wayrest. I have some most interesting tidbits that I am sure you will enjoy hearing. Perhaps. I mean, we kind of have to, but... It's a Dunmer. Ugh. But they're not native to Morrowind Dunmer, so maybe it's alright. Anyway. So, yes. We've done that. I think that already counts as... I think even though the text didn't show up, it's still... Getting that letter, I don't think actually, when you read it, it doesn't give an entry to your... log. It's more just saying, this is the next thing for you to do when you want to. So, anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me with Daggerfall, and I hope you will join me again next time. For more shenanigans running around dungeons and hoping our character can hold it together when she's beset by undead and Daedra. Those horrible things! Unnatural! What are they doing running around dungeons? Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And I would like to wish you all a good day, night, whatever, wherever you may be in the world. And I will see you again next time. So, I'll stop the recording here.